Cryptocurrency pullback. My name is Michael or Kubera. Let's not get completely, oh my God, the world is getting destroyed over here. We're just fine. You are just fine. Unless you went into debt, then you're probably not fine. But let's listen, as pullbacks are completely normal, especially in cryptocurrency. So let's roll the intro. First of all, cryptocurrency has, over the past few years, been through many cycles, bull runs, bear market winters. People have lost fortunes, people have made fortunes. So with Bitcoin yesterday and today, we have lost a fair amount of money. It went from $37,000 to below $31,000. Today, it was a difference of $5,000. So a lot of people started panicking. There was FUD in the markets, fear, uncertainty, doubt. Oh no. Pullbacks are completely normal. When there's a correction, this is good. There's always a chance that we could get into a bear market. There is no guarantee that, yes, this bull market will last 6 months or 12 months, or when we get to $50,000, or the banks are reporting we're going to get to $300,000 or $500,000. It could end with us hitting $42,000, and we should be happy and grateful that we hit $42,000, because from the lowest point of last year, which was below $3,800 to $42,000, just looking at $4,000 and $40,000, that's a 10x return right there. Now, hopefully we do get Bitcoin back up to $50,000, and maybe we hit 100,000. But that's the mindset you should have. Don't go too far overboard. Don't get over bearish. Don't get over bullish. Stay in the middle. Do your research. If you're going to be cashing out, make a pros and cons list. Why do you want to cash out? Is it just short-term panic? Is it panic because you don't have an emergency fund and you need money in 2 months to pay for rent and food and everything? Then right now might be a good time to cash out. Last week was a good time to cash out. Next week is a good time to cash out. 2 months ago was a good time to cash out, because hopefully, most likely, you already doubled your money or tripled your money. So in that case, you shouldn't care about trying to time the markets. You're already in the positive. If you're negative and you can afford to wait, not 1 week, not 1 month, but the next few months, the next few years even, there's no reason you should be selling. At least I'm talking about Bitcoin or Ethereum. When you chose number 257 on the CoinMarketCap list, I just chose a random number that's high. No disrespect to whichever project is number 257. Without doing your research, and suddenly that drops down below 500, you're stuck holding bags, and you've learned a valuable lesson. We've already been there. Most of us have already been there. I've been there before in 2017 and 18. But if you chose something that has a good history behind it and has a lot of potential, and it's probably going to stick around for the next few years, whether you're a newbie investor or someone who's already been through this before, don't panic. Don't get too emotional. Just stay stoic. Look at what's happening in the markets. If you've made good money, cash out a little bit, but that doesn't mean exit completely. That might mean cash out 10% or 25% of your portfolio, maybe even half of your portfolio. You leave the other half in because you want to cash that out the next bull market cycle. This happens. It's all cyclical. Now, we don't know how long this lasts, whether it lasts 6 months and then the next crypto winter's 2 years. Many people won't be able to hold out for that long. Don't listen to mainstream media. Don't even listen to cryptocurrency influencers. I made a video on my other channel, which if you haven't subscribed on over there, let's hit it, because Kubera is changing ownership very, very soon. We'll still be uploading once per week, but there we're going to be uploading every single day about cryptocurrency's ivory tower, where there's a lot of overly optimistic influencers and people, and that their followers later are really upset and frustrated because they lost a lot of money. They're not patient. They can't hold on, and they sell at a loss. Cryptocurrency is not a Ponzi scheme where we're trying to recruit every single person we can. Forget about that. For people who aren't believers, let them cash out. Let them exit fully. Maybe they come back later. Maybe they don't. Who cares? People who do their own research will realize this happens every single year. Most likely, if we look at the rise, which was great, but we compare it to the past meteoric rise of 2017 and 18, which past history doesn't dictate what's going to happen in the future, but pullbacks and corrections are perfectly fine. They're healthy, because if we kept going up straight like an arrow, people would get really worried at that point. In 2017, a lot of people wanted to cash out already in May. If they had made a bunch of money, that was great, but May was just the beginning. Spring was just the beginning of this meteoric rise that after summer, in the fall and into winter, Bitcoin hit these new all-time highs. People were made into multi-millionaires or billionaires. There was these huge ICO conferences, and hundreds of millions of dollars were flowing left and right. Sell-offs happened because whales are perfectly happy with the profit that they've made, and then everybody else panics because they either didn't time the market correctly or they want to cash out. They have also made enough profit, and then everybody else just doesn't want to lose money. They don't want to wait a few months or a few years, or maybe they're fully desperate and they just want to get out of it forever. Regardless of whatever happens, people who didn't wait in spring didn't get to cash out and reap the full profits later on. Maybe that's going to happen again this time. If you compare the charts between the last bull market cycle and this one, it looks like we're just beginning. So maybe we should all give it a chance. If you feel a little iffy, maybe it's time to cash out certain portions, just like I've been saying over the past few weeks. Cash out a little bit, be prepared, think logically. Don't worry about Bitcoin's price. Whatever is happening, the industry is growing. We're getting a lot more stable. Don't get too invested. It also depends on the dollar amount. If you have $500 and that's not a lot to you, maybe leave it in there. Who cares? If you have $500,000 and you try to get too greedy because you're trying to double that and you're $100,000 away, realize your mistake. Step back, cash out a little bit. Be okay with what you've made. So where will we go? Hopefully Bitcoin goes back up to 40,000 and maybe hits 50,000 and above, and this bull market will continue for the next few weeks or even the next few months. If you're planning to sell, do your research. Don't immediately sell because you go on CoinDesk or Cointelegraph or CoinMarketCap and there's already articles about Guggenheim's CIO saying, that's it, all right, it's a bear market, or CNN, oh yes, the Bitcoin bear market right now because we lost a few $1,000s, because that happens every single cycle. And then you're going to regret that you sold. Do your research first. Think logically. Be patient. We're probably going to be fine. Hopefully we'll continue on this bull run. And if you've got nothing to lose or you're not panicking that much, stay in for a while longer. Maybe you'll get rewarded. If I had a full Bitcoin right now, I probably wouldn't sell it. But that would depend. I have enough money to pay for bills for the next month. I've paid for bills for this month. I've got enough food. I've got everything paid for. I've got a plan. But you can't also overplan. It can't only be the next month, because then what if Bitcoin goes down and then you want to panic sell a little bit? Now, if you sell a little bit and you're able to cash out a little bit every single month and you've got some steady source of income, you're going to be just fine. All in all, I think this is just a cryptocurrency pullback. It's a normal correction. Don't get too hyped up about anything. Don't get too excited. Don't get too fearful. Certain institutional investors are selling portions of what they've purchased because they've already made hundreds of millions of dollars or even billions of dollars of profit. Others are also stocking up and they're buying more Bitcoin, and that really didn't change the market. So maybe the market's still reacting to the presidency. Maybe the market's reacting to something completely else. That's okay. Usually news travels fast, but it's good to wait and see what's going to happen over the next week. Bitcoin could remain at $30,000, or 7 days from now, it could hit 40,000+. Now, if we break down back to 25,000 and 20,000, then at that point, yeah, I mean, it's good to just stay in and wait for the next bull market, unless you're already profitable, which changes things. I'm not going to ramble, so that is today's video. Check out my new channel. Stay positive, have high hopes, but also have a plan. We're going to have a video on cryptocurrency jobs on the new channel later this month, so check it out, and we shall see you guys tomorrow.